wait a few years before getting into the dating pool. Sometime in 2015, society and social media met. They had one interesting time, and we're dealing with the fallout from that. Our society is getting more and more attached to technology, and females are getting further away from information from their friends group, living off of information from their friends and family, to living off of information from the internet. Now, the internet is facilitated for money, is managed generally by the evil patriarchy that these women hate so much, and manipulates their mind. Forget I said that thing about the patriarchy. I shouldn't have said that. But in this, we're seeing a new time. We've gone through about 10 solid years where women on social media have been saying some really acidine things sometimes. Sometimes they're just trying to make boundaries and make things better for everyone. Protect little girls from bad ideas of bad men. Show them how they can navigate in this new society. Show them how to protect themselves. And what I'm finding is often that they choose flat out freaking not to. Why did it take so long for me to figure out what a nightclub was? Women should not ever go into those places expecting everything to be safe. There is a level... Okay, so right now one of the things we're kind of dealing with is women think every place should be absolutely safe for them and everybody should be super good to them. But the reality of it is the yin-yang. There is no place that good. There is no place that good. There is no place that good. I'm sorry, I get... Kids are being hurt based off of this. That gets me upset. So legit these days, you got women like the one in the background. I just started one. And she's really pointing some of the things out, like, you're running with women. If they have too many hobbies, it's an issue because this. If they don't have enough hobbies, it's an issue because of this. They should text you quickly after you text them, but not immediately, because that would just be creepy. You have to set boundaries for them, and if they don't push those boundaries, then they're not exciting. And sorry, they had another point there, but if they push your boundaries just a little bit, that could mean that they could SA you later. And okay, this is a big one. This is a big one, and I'm pretty sure that the old generations didn't tell their daughters this. Any man on the street you meet could SA you. Okay, I'm very paranoid. I am very paranoid. I have never thought that half of the world was going to grape me. Guys, can we take a second and admit that that is paranoia? I'm not saying that there's nothing behind that. I mean, we're afraid of the dark, not because we're afraid of being afraid. We are afraid of the dark because things legitimately lurk in there that we can't see that could very likely end us. That 5 generations ago very well may have been our grandfather's grandfather in Canada. We're in log frickin' houses and they had their boomstick to keep the wolves at bay. To those women I say, what the hell do you teach your kids? Or your boys? What do you teach your boys? Like, after I heard that, if anyone's coming my way on the sidewalk in the small town, I switch sides. I just switch sides of the road. I just switch sides. Especially if it's like a woman with a kid or something like that. I just switch because, like, oh my God, I just don't even want to think about it anymore. So yeah, it is possible to be taken over by a bad idea. It's possible for women to be taken over by a bad idea. We have so many of these bad ideas culminating that if you want to date these days, as a tech guy, I definitely recommend don't. I don't recommend going out for company parties for places where you drink either, because tech guys can't handle being drunk and being around. I don't even know why the hell they do that. Like, how can, like, you get drunk and then... And here's one thing no woman wants to admit, but is legitimately a fault line all across our society. If you're watching from the future, women these days don't believe that one of the biggest problems with breakups that we have is women finding new men at work. Well, men do it too, but I'm seeing it more with women. Women are the ones that initiate the divorce, and that's absolutely accurate. Okay, so now to these women that think that they have all the power to cheat and all that stuff, I want you to keep this in mind. Men too. Men too. Men too. So there's this thing called family annihilators. You need to worry about the kids, right? You got a family, you got to worry about the kids. There's a thing called family annihilators, and there's a small percentage of the time that if you cheat at work, your family is going to be annihilated. You take like a, what is it? I think it's 30,000. Within Canada, maybe North America, this happens 66 times a year. I think those are conservative numbers that I'm remembering, where someone just wipes them out. Happened in this town before too. So if there are women watching who are upset with me, I need you to remember, with great power comes great responsibility. That thing between your legs, if you make children with it, the rules change. It's not just the social media him, her. The rules change drastically. I think I'd like to end this video on outrage. Women get outraged all the time, and because women get outraged, we change so much. In the United States, outrage at the idea that UFOs or aliens could exist legitimately kept us from revealing the truth, because we were so upset at people's emotions that they might try to end themselves, because legitimately it does happen. It absolutely happens. Some auntie out there would hear it, and then there was SA that we wouldn't tell older people, older women in the family back in the day, because they didn't want to think that existed. When I grew up in the 80s, the schools kept pushing anti-molestation stuff to us. They kept saying, keep telling your parents. If someone touched you, tell your parents, tell your parents, tell your parents, tell the teacher, tell the teacher, tell the teacher, tell the police, tell the police, tell the police, because people wouldn't believe you. Okay? Now, if there's one thing conspiracy theorists have been doing on the internet, has been telling a lot of bullshit, but also with grains of truth. And even a broken clock is right twice a day. But there's a lot of things that conspiracy theorists had right, like Epstein, Weinstein, P. Diddy. Now, you didn't even have to be a conspiracy theorist to know about P. Diddy. You just had to be within the rapper community, and everyone knew it was an open secret exactly what was happening. And men and women were both facilitating these things. So one outrage thing I keep running into in all of my debates with women about everything is they keep trying to throw me in the face with like information that'll shut me up and shut me down. And then I come back, I acquire this information, and I come back at them with counter information that they didn't think of, that blows up in their face the same way, that is absolutely accurate. And it bothers them so deeply. One of them's in an asylum now. One of them doesn't talk to me anymore. I don't want to talk about the other one so much. The one that's in the asylum, I gotta tell you about the one that's in the asylum. That's Iana. There was this guy she was sleeping with. And this guy was big, like really tall guy. Really tall guy, really muscular, known at events, known for being a heathen. Okay, if you guys know what a heathen is, legitimately, that title, heathen, he's gone to pagan orgies, gone to orgies. They're just known within the heathen community. And guys, if you don't know that heathen is actually a thing in a community, probably in your area, then there's legitimately things going on around you that you're not seeing that are really interesting and you might want to look into. But anyways, within the heathen community, anyways, this man had slept with her mother, her sister, and then as I was dating her, her daughter told us that he was communicating with her as she was getting of age, and whoa, I was upset about that. The first time I told her, she's like, "Aw, you care about us." And the second time, It was really strange because like I was just upset about it for some reason. Like, what's bothering you? I'm like, I don't want to tell you. It'll bother you. Just give me 10 minutes. I'll be thinking of something else. There's a beautiful waterfall over there. And she's like, no, you have to tell me. If you don't tell me, you're abusing me. And the women make all their rules now. If you don't tell me, you're abusing me. And I tell you, okay, that guy that, I don't want to give any more names, but that guy that's talking to that kid, your kid, the communications that they're having are not cool. And I am very upset about them. And if he does anything, I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him, maybe, if anything happens. Didn't say I was going to do anything. I was upset. And because I was upset, I was being abusive. My emotions made me abusive. Made me a bad person. Made me a bad boyfriend. I shouldn't be worried about her because they have everything under control. Now, in my head, I'm going through the math. Like, this big guy, you are nowhere near your daughter. He knows where she lives. It would probably take 7 of me on a normal day to stop this guy. Just to stop him. And you guys have all of this figured out with that shit that he said to her. No. No. I get to have my feelings. You don't get to tell me how to feel. I choose to worry about this young kid. I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm gonna forget about it in 10 minutes after we sit down over there and enjoy the waterfall. But like now I'm obsessed with the fact that you think you can control my feelings. Women, you can't control men's feelings. Men can't control their feelings. They're there. They happen. Like, you have to control your feelings as if they can't get out there and they can't take you away, but like, control your feelings as if you can't feel them? You can nerf them. You can try. That takes a lot. That takes a lot. But like, in that, have a woman who's been SA'd watch hardcore porn, right? That is going to give them emotions that they are going to have ways to deal with. But if you have that stuff right in front of their face, it's going to make them extremely upset. And the point of this argument was, you don't get to tell me how I feel. You don't get to tell me how I think. You can tell me how to act. But you don't get to thought crime me and police me. And I get to want to hurt a big man who wants to hurt little girls. And if you want to take that right away from me, come and take it. Come and take it. Come and take it. She's in an asylum now. I think she's got some lawsuits on her. For some reason, she got a bunch of butt monkeys on her side when it happened. But for the most part, all of the flying monkeys that she got on her side, she's turned on them. That's it for me, folks. That's from Nev's Tack Bits. Don't date for 5 years, because women are still figuring themselves out on the internet. This is woman's... This is the new feminism. Computer bot. The women on the hive mind. Sorry. I got a picture up here that's really going to point it out to you. The hive mind. I love this one. The hive mind. The beautiful hive mind mummy up there with her Annan mask. That's right. I forget who did that. I found that in a Juxtapause magazine. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, love each other, all right? All right, love each other, as no one has loved you. Because it really freaks out the things in the dark when you love them. I mean, when you really love them. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. Enough from that's Tech Bits. Give some love out there, man. It infects the darkness. Have a good one.